on dancing. You gotta keep on dancing. Well, hold on to your bank deposit. We're gonna get you out the closet. Snowbear will show you how. Snowbear will show you how. Have to drink, it's time to listen. 2 more drinks and start kissing. Snowbear will show you how. Snowbear will show you how. Snowbear will show you how.
So we are here with Snowbear. As many of you know, playing at slashRoot is a bit of a challenge because we ask bands that normally have somewhat of an electric and amplified sound to play an acoustic and unamplified set, a sort of earth tone, organic set of their music, which is a juxtaposition, of course, because we are very much a technology-driven company, but we're curious about the process that challenge requires. So I don't know who wants to field it, but tell us what did it take to modify your sound? What were the 2 or 3 biggest challenges in modifying your sound to prepare to play an acoustic set here at slashRoot?
Well, I guess the first thing I can say is, well, yeah, you definitely want to go?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'd have to say definitely sound quality for, sure. We're so used to playing live sets that, we wanted the sound quality in an acoustic set to sound just as good as, it normally would. And, you two, talk about that.
Well, what hurdles we're facing? I mean, obviously
the main hurdles with the rhythm section, I think.
Yeah.
Drums and bass, really toning it down. These guys grabbed their acoustic counterpart of their regular instrument and made it kind of easy. But
it's kind of most for us playing almost the same songs on a completely different instrument.
Yeah. Really figuring out a totally different part, sort of.
Dealing with Dave is always a problem, whether you're electric or acoustic.
And to make that happen, we had a lot of practices that were only acoustic. So that helped us get in the groove of figuring out what we needed to adjust to make this kind of thing happen. And we found that playing acoustic rehearsals really helped us all listen to each other and figure out the areas that were needed for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So I see, obviously we had Dave switch from normally a miniature electric guitar to a mandolin. We had Ed switch from.
The mini electric guitar is also called a mandolin. Sorry, it's just Dave always makes a face whenever you call it an electric guitar.
Isn't that what? If you go to musiciansfriend.com, isn't that what it's called?
Electric mandolin.
It's an electric mandolin. It's an electric mandolin. Okay, but it only has 4 strings. Am I wrong?
5 strings.
Well, 5 strings.
Just single string bass note.
Okay,
basically.
I see. And is it tuned? Is it?
Same thing, just in fifths.
Oh, so it's tuned in fifths. It is. It's not in fourths. Okay. So the switch for you, I had been thinking the switch for you was a switch to an instrument that was really in a different tuning and it was kind of more.
You just pick on an instrument like this differently than with 2 strings that you're hitting every time is different.
And I mean, I guess the real question is, and this goes also for Ed, switching from electric to acoustic guitars, what does that do in terms of being in keeping with your genre, right? I mean, if you mentioned you're picking differently, and obviously with an electric guitar you have a different feeling, a more percussive feeling. So what did it take to kind of translate your disco feeling to these acoustic instruments? What were some of the challenges there?
What about your disco feelings?
Talk about my disco feelings. For me, it wasn't that much of a challenge. It's more about dynamics and just coming in and out. The biggest adjustment for the rhythm section is probably some of the parts where we would get louder and try to drive more powerfully. We decided we're going to cut back and go more slow and let the vocals take over. So really it's just a matter of dynamics for me. Dave's a pretty accomplished bluegrass mandolin player to begin with, so he's really lending that feel, and he seemed to make this transition the smoothest out of all of us, not to make it sound easier, but he really let us he helped lead us in that direction. So
now there's 6 of you on the stage here today, but Hayden Menifee has only been back for a matter of a few weeks now, right?
Well, a little
6
bit
weeks or
longer
thereabouts?
than that.
2 months.
2 months,
Yeah.
8 weeks. So what was it like? Obviously, I'm sure for you, as a band, you've had some challenges reintegrating Hayden. What was it like to have, to be already getting ready for this radically different show while at the same time reintegrating an old member of the band?
Well, at the same time, while we thought of it as reintegrating her, we also thought of it as more of we're constantly morphing. So it's like Hayden would start opportunity to start something new again, and we had to strip down all the vocal lines, harmonies, and remake everything because we weren't happy what it first sounded like when we first were singing together. So we really just revamped everything once she came back. Yeah, more opportunity then. having to integrate her.
Cool.
Yeah.
What were, of your songs, which of your songs, if any, did you have sort of moments where you maybe were playing them fully acoustic for the first time and you suddenly said, hey, that sounds cool, and maybe which were some of the ones where you had more trouble finding a good path?
Because, wait, say that again?
Well, I mean,
we started this like acoustic thing before ever like thinking of playing a gig because Melissa was like sick one day and we were rehearsing.
Okay.
And so it was like, let's play an acoustic rehearsal instead of not rehearsing. Just like all get together and play super soft and use microphones. And we were like, I don't know, we were learning a new song or something. I don't know. We were doing something different and it worked. Like that one song worked, you know. And it was like, oh, we could do this. We could totally do an acoustic show. And then it definitely was a larger endeavor than it seemed to be at that moment because then trying to revamp all of our songs kind of was like, whoa. You know, but you know, that's kind of like how the idea kind of, you know, for us to do this.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, we're going to hear more from Snowbear right now. Thanks so much for joining us. Everyone, stay tuned for another quick set from Snowbear. Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Thanks, Glenn.